Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to go over the second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, specifically, I want to address why Donald Trump wants larger stimulus checks and a new stimulus plan. Now, what we are going to go over specifically in today's video is why does Donald Trump really want larger stimulus checks? And what is his plan behind it? We're also going to address is a second stimulus check the only stimulus for the American people. Also, we're going to talk about how will people on Social Security and disability be affected by this next stimulus package. And lastly, I want to give you a financial warning. So make sure you stay tuned for all of this, and especially make sure you stay tuned till the end where I give you this financial warning. So if you're ready, let's begin. So first off, why does Donald Trump really want larger stimulus checks? And what is his plan behind this? Is there a strategy? Is he just pretty much just talking out of his butt? What is he doing, right? We all want to know, because we have been waiting months for a second stimulus check and nothing has came. And what we know as of today is that we don't really know if a second stimulus check is coming, and we probably won't know for the next couple of weeks. However, why does he want larger checks? Well, this is what I believe, and again, the last couple of days have not been filled with much in regards to a stimulus update. However, by doing my own research, reading between the lines, watching interviews, reading articles, I have found a lot of stuff that we need to cover. So, larger stimulus checks, larger second stimulus check would actually help out the American people. And you and I both know this, that a $1,200 one-time payment was just not enough. It was not going to be enough in April. It is not going to be enough in August. So why would they continue to just dangle a little bit of money in front of us? What's their plan? What's their goal? What's their angle? Right? Now, the United States would have benefited from a monthly check. And this is exactly what Canada has done. Canada has given their citizens $2,000 per month, and they're going to do that for 6 months. That would have been ideal for the United States to do exactly what Canada was doing and is doing. Now, even though they haven't done it, okay, even though the United States is not going to do that, it would have benefited every single American out there. Plus, it would have helped out the economy in a much better way. Also, this might make up this larger payment. And again, we don't know what Donald Trump is thinking. Is it $1,201? Is it $1,300, $1,500, $2,000? Is it $10,000 per American? We do not know that as of yet. But what I can tell you is that this might be his way of fixing the issue, fixing that oversight of why didn't we give our citizens, $1,200 a month, $1,500 per month, or $2,000 per month, and pretty much was just aligned with Canada. Why didn't we do that? And so this might be his way of trying to fix or remedy that situation. Again, it's a little late, but anything would help the people that are out of work and need money now. Also, if checks are not issued prior to September, here's my take on this, and this is something that I've talked over with multiple people, and they all feel very similar to how I feel, is if checks are not issued before September, then this could be looked at as a very political move in regards to the election come November. Okay? Now, why is this? If checks are not issued, most likely what the Republicans and specifically Donald Trump are doing is trying to buy your vote. And they do this by giving you money, closer to the election so that you don't forget about it. So come election time, they can be like, we gave you an additional $1,200. We gave you an additional $1,500. We gave you an additional $2,000 to help, with whatever, your bills, fix your finances, pay all your late payments and all this stuff, right? And so if we don't receive a second stimulus check before September, this is possibly what is going to happen. Is the Republican Party, and specifically Donald Trump, might be trying to win the election by buying your votes and swaying your vote towards the Republicans. Now, is that really happening? We don't know yet, but it's a theory, right? So that is my take on why Donald Trump really wants a larger stimulus check and what his plan is behind addressing that, because it's already been stated by multiple Republicans. We do not want a second stimulus check. We do not want a second stimulus check. Then Donald Trump comes out and says, I like a second stimulus check, and I actually think it should be larger. Now, that's just my take on it, but again, what is your take? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now, before I get into the question that a lot of people are asking as to, is the second stimulus check the only stimulus that the American people are going to see? Is that really the case? Now, before I get into that question, I want to ask you one thing. If you're enjoying these stimulus check updates, please smash that thumbs up button. Share this video over on Facebook with your friends and family so they can stay updated as well. And lastly, make sure you click that subscribe button, subscribe today, so you never miss one of my videos. So now, let's address the question. Is a second stimulus check the only true stimulus to the American people? Here's what we know now. Republicans have stated this over and over again. In addition to the, let's wait and see how the economy does before we talk about an additional stimulus package. Okay, we already know that. But the next thing that we know is the Republicans want to incentivize people to get back to work. No more unemployment boost. No more $600 per week unemployment bonus for those of you on unemployment. That's what the Republican Party wants. That's what the Senate Republicans really are looking for. So here's what we know. That the pretty much the three parts of the next stimulus package based on what we know today. Number one, Donald Trump really wants, and the Republicans really like, the payroll tax break, which essentially gives you like 6, 7, 8%, on your payroll. So, so let's say you make $8.50 per hour. Well, $8.50 per hour, this payroll tax break is essentially giving you an additional 50 cents per hour. So that would boost you up to about $9. Now, if you were making $17 an hour, that payroll tax break would essentially be the equivalent to you your employer giving you an additional $1 per hour. And $34, $35, it would be about $2 bonus per hour. That's essentially what is happening. So, the more you make, the larger your bonus would be. Now, for people making less than $8 an hour, you're kind of not getting, you're getting the short end of the stick here. So, just be aware that the more you make, the better off this stimulus plan actually looks for you. In addition to that, the Republicans have stated they really like this part, which is the back to work bonus. And I'm going to address this later on in the video as well, because it applies to more than just people going back to work. But the back to work bonus would essentially be right now a $450 weekly bonus. It would be a weekly bonus and probably only last for 2 to 4 weeks. So essentially it's you getting off of the $600 per week unemployment, which is set to expire July 25th anyway. And so people would go back to work and they'd get a little bonus. They'd get about an $1,800 bonus per month. Okay, and technically I think it's only going to be good for about a month based on what my research has told me. Now, in addition to that, this would mean the unemployment boost would go away. The $600 unemployment weekly bonus would just completely go away. And in order to get the back to work bonus, you would have to be off unemployment. You'd have to go back to work. Okay, and so it would pretty much transfer from unemployment bonus over to a back to work bonus, and it would be good for 2 to 4 weeks. And so again, that's something that they've been talking about. So that is the additional stimulus plan that they have. And the last thing, which is something that many people completely hate because it doesn't benefit anybody that is struggling, it only benefits people that have money, is the vacation tax credit, which as of right now, the one proposal that people really like, when I say people, I'm talking about high-level officials, the Senate, the House, people like that, right? And that one proposal means you get $4,000 per year as an individual, or $8,000 tax credit for a couple, and that is per year for 3 years. So a couple could potentially get a tax credit of $24,000 over the next 3 years. That's a big credit. And so, like I said, you would have to spend the money first to get the credit later after you file your taxes. But here's the problem. This only benefits those people that have money. This only benefits the wealthier crowd. This doesn't benefit the lower income or some people in the middle class. And so this is why this is not a very good bill. This is why this is just a proposal as of now. However, it has been gaining some traction. People are jumping on board. They're liking the idea. However, it needs to be changed up a little bit to not only help vacation destinations, but also local economies as well. And I think that's a big flaw in this particular bill. Now, let's address this next thing, which is a big talking point. I've talked to many people about this over on Facebook. So if you didn't know this about me, I do have a Facebook page. You can go and join my Facebook page and ask me questions there. All you gotta do is go to facebook.com or on your phone and type in homemade entrepreneur. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Okay, go and join, and it's absolutely free. Okay, it doesn't take, takes like 5 seconds to do. Go and join and ask me questions there. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. But here's the number one question I've been getting. It is, how will people on Social Security and disability be affected by the next stimulus package? Now, that's a fairly loaded question, but I want to try to break it down as simply as possible. Okay, so people on Social Security, and I want to be really upfront with you guys, okay? Really upfront. People on Social Security and disability, as of right now, will probably be left out of the next stimulus package. I know, it's very tough to hear, but here's the reason why. And again, I'm all for, and there's a plan that people have talked about, and I don't know if this is just been a plan. It's not a proposal, definitely not a bill, it's not a law, but I'm gonna get to that later, or probably in about a minute or so. So make sure you stick around for that. But as of right now, the Republican Party just wants to incentivize people to go back to work, and the problem with that, as of right now, is that there are employers out there that are shutting down completely. You work at a movie theater? Well, too bad. We're shutting those down. You work at a casino? Too bad. We're not opening. You work at a hotel? Too bad. We're not inviting all our employees back because we don't need them. We can only operate at 50% capacity, so we don't need all 50 employees. We just need 20. And so those other 30 people, you're gone, right? So this is what's happening, is people on Social Security and disability are going to be left out because the Republicans are only looking at people that need to go back to work. Okay? So here's the reason why this is a problem, is all the costs. Okay? Meat obviously went up. Milk went up. Okay? A lot of dairy, cheese, all that stuff. Okay? Stuff for like chips and crackers and cookies and just everyday products. The prices went up. They became more expensive. And it obviously had a little bit to do with supply and demand. It's not just the manufacturers that are expecting more money from their distributors and all, their people that are selling their products. But the stores need to make more money because they're selling less of other things. So in order to stay profitable, they increase the price of essential goods. And that's not something that people on Social Security or disability can actually handle. They're not equipped with that because they usually do not have the funds, right? And that's a big problem. But here's the main problem. If somebody on Social Security or disability cannot work, then how can they benefit from those additional stimulus plans? For example, the payroll tax break. If they don't work, they will not receive any additional stimulus. They will not receive any additional break because they're not working, they're not employed. They do not get a check at the end of the week or the month. So the payroll tax break does them no good. Well, what about the back to work bonus? Well, here's the thing. If you are on Social Security or disability, you are probably not going back to work. Hello? What's the government thinking? How are people on Social Security and disability or veterans supposed to get any of this additional stimulus when they are the ones that really need it? There's no way they can based on the way things are written right now. Oh, okay, let's give them a vacation. Well, most people on Social Security and disability can only afford the bare minimum, the essentials. So how are they going to go on vacation? What are they supposed to do? Right? So this is my problem. And this is a lot of people's problem is when is the government going to look after those that have put in their time, that have done what they have done throughout the years to help the economy? Are they going to step up and give these people, these families, additional help? Now, here's something that I read this in, again, I don't know the article. I read so many articles and I wish I wrote it all down, but I didn't. But here's what one of these articles stated, and I think this is a great starting point, is if the government and the Senate is thinking about extending the unemployment bonus, the additional $600 per week, and it might only be $250 a week or $450 a week, but what if they did that, but also included a bonus for people on Social Security, disability, and veterans, right? Wouldn't that make sense? And here's what it said, that an additional 10 to 20% boost in Social Security or disability income would help a lot of people pay for the rising cost of goods. And I think that's true. Now, I haven't done all the research. I haven't read all the studies and done, looked at all the facts. But one fact I know of is that people on Social Security or people with a fixed income, their income is fixed. It's called a fixed income for a reason. It doesn't go down. It doesn't go up. Their income stays the same. So if prices all of a sudden got lower on everything, people on a fixed income would be living large, or in a sense. But if the prices were to go up, such as inflation, which usually happens, then people on a fixed income are not doing so great, and they can't afford a lot of the things that they need, such as their medications, such as paying for someone to take them to the clinic or the hospital for a simple checkup. Some of these luxuries that some people think, oh, what do they need that for? People on Social Security, disability, and veterans, they need additional help. That fixed income that they get every single month sometimes, and in most cases, is not enough. Okay, so that additional help, that additional 10 to 20% boost in their income would greatly benefit them. And if that could be something that was also retroactive to when this entire pandemic started, that would really help out a lot of people. And I think that is the way the government should go. Figure out a way to give people on Social Security, disability, and veterans additional income. Even if that income was just a little bit of a boost, that little boost added up over months could really help them out. Now, here's what I want to kind of end this video with, a simple financial warning. Now, I call this a financial warning because as of right now, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to be the president. We don't know are prices for groceries going to go up sky high. We just don't know. We don't know if all of our investments are suddenly going to drop. We have no clue. But what we can do is we can control our expenses right now. So here's my warning to you, and this is my advice. My advice is to lower your expenses and do what you can to increase your monthly income. Do whatever you can. Let me give you an example. just about a week ago, ended up selling a car. My wife and I had an additional car that we just never used. We still had a monthly payment on it. We were paying about $300 per month. Now, the car cost about $300 per month for our monthly payment that we were paying to the bank. And we were paying an additional $95 per month for insurance. So not a lot, it was about $400 per month in expenses. However, we ended up selling that car, which put about $6,000 into our bank account. That was instant $6,000 because we didn't have much on the loan. It was, again, only $300 per month, but the value was much more than the amount left on the loan. So we ended up profiting about $6,000, well, kind of from this deal, and we put $6,000 in our bank account, and we were able to save about $400 per month. In addition to that, one of the things I did is end up buying an additional website. So if you don't know what I do, I create different businesses online. I'm an online entrepreneur, or a homemade entrepreneur, if you will. And so one of the things that I did recently is I ended up buying a new website. I took about $2,000 from the sale of the car, and I bought a new website. That new website should make me about $300 per month. Now, it's not a lot, but it would only take me about 7 months to recoup all my costs. Again, only $2,000 in expenses is what the website cost. There's a little bit of fees here and there, a little bit of maintenance, but after about 7 months, if I can make $300 per month, that will be paid off. So it was kind of an investment, if you will. So what I did was I lowered my expenses by about $400, and I increased my income by about $300. Okay, again, it's not a lot, but I lowered it $400, increased it $300. That's an additional $700. Now, that's big. $700 is big, especially over the course of a year, especially in times like this where we don't know what's going to happen, what's going on. So, that's my warning to you, is in times like this where there's so much uncertainty, what I suggest you do is figure out a way to lower your income, or lower your expenses and increase your income. It could be as simple as, I'm going to get rid of Hulu Live. It's what, $60 a month? I'm going to get rid of that and just get basic Hulu. What is that, like $10? So you're going to save about $50 per month. Maybe you have a car you just don't drive. See if there's a way that you can get insurance just to have your car parked. Put it in your garage, keep it parked. Okay? Because maybe you really love that car, and it could save you an additional $40 a month. Well, if that's the case, that adds up to $90. Maybe you can figure out a way to drop maybe you're still paying for a gym membership that you don't use, and the gym is still charging you to be a member, even though they may or may not even be open. Cancel the gym membership. That may save you an extra $50 a month, which now puts you to $140 per month. Again, it's not a lot of money, but when we have no clue as to what's going to happen, we don't know who the president's going to be. We don't know if the virus cases are going to go up. They're going to surge in our area. We just don't know. So do what you can to fix your financial situation. Again, lower your expenses, increase your income, and do whatever you can to put more money in your pocket. Now, if you have questions on any of this, if you need help as to why you haven't received your first stimulus check, if you need a question answered as to, well, what's going to happen in this case in regards to the next stimulus package, or what if I'm doing this right now, I have child support, all this, blah blah blah, will I receive a second stimulus check? If you have questions, again, whatever the question is, you can always send me a message over on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/homemade entrepreneur, and you can send me a message there. So again, thank you for watching this second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. If you have any questions regarding stimulus, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. If you want to know how to make more money from home and online, go and message me over at facebook.com/homemade entrepreneur, and I'll answer you there. But again, thanks for watching this video. Like always, smash that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.